Good evening, spooks. Get used to seeing me in a chunky hoodie because it's freezing. I do, however, have my lunch with me, and you won't be able to see it. Maybe I can bring it closer to you. Look how good it looks. There's a little rice bowl with avocado and boiled eggs and sweet corn and mushroom and cheese. And I'm really excited about it, so I'm going to eat it in just a second. But I just wanted to say hi. Today's video is something a little different. My friend recommended this idea to me, and it's basically a desert island game where I have to pick 8 books that I would take with me on a desert island. However, she then said, and a luxury item. But I'm going to twist it up a little bit, and for each book that I pick, I'm going to also choose one luxury item related to the book. I have taken this whole task very seriously, okay? I have selected my 8 books and my 8 items that relate to the book that I would take with me, and I'm ready to tell you all about them. If you also want to play along, please drop your 8 books that you would take on a desert island in the comments, because I would love to know, and maybe I'll also get some recommendations of some good literature. But for now, let me just eat my lunch, and then I'll talk books with you. Okay, welcome back. Hi, I have returned to you. I don't know why I'm welcoming you back because you left, because you did not leave, but I left you to go eat my dinner. So for you, it will have been like half a second, but for me, time has passed. Also, my dinner was banging. I ate it very quickly though, because I'm excited to tell you about these books. Yeah. Rice. I just got rice expanded in me right now. Anyway, I have digressed. I'm going to go through the 8 books that I would... Wait, are there 8? There may be less. Today I'm going to go through the 6 books that I would take. I don't know why I said 8. There's 6. The 6 books that I would take with me to a deserted island if I was going to be shipwrecked, I assume is the way you play the game. But I'm going to be am I going to be saved at some point? I'll be saved, right? I'm not going to die on this island. And I will come home and then get to read more books, okay? This is just a really big commitment to make, and nothing I say in this video will be held against me in the future, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi. Thank you for joining us. Can he come to the desert island? Wait, you would suffer. You would suffer. You would never cope with a desert island. Although you're complaining about the cold, so maybe that would be quite nice for you. You would be warm. Would you like to say, I will join? Oh. He just headbutted the mic, that's fine. This is the tricky part, because how am I supposed to get these down from the shelves without causing injury to the book or myself? First up, on my deserted island? I guess both, right? First up, on my desert island, I would take Rose Madder by Stephen King. And let me tell you for why. I am going to do a separate video on this entire book, rereading it, because this got me out of a university burnout slump. It is, if you would like, a slump solver, or it was, and I would love to know how a decade on it stands up. Whether or not it stands up, who knows. And honestly, I don't remember a whole lot of it other than it's a little sci-fi fantastical, it's thrilling. It's got a lot of domestic abuse in it and domestic violence, but ultimately, spoilers, the woman comes out on top, I believe. So I would take this because I would need to feel empowered. There's a lot of empowerment happening here on this island, okay? I need to not give up, so she doesn't give up either, and neither will I. The luxury item I would take, now stay with me, I'm pretty sure this is important in the book. We're talking, it's been 10 years since I've read this, but from my little deep depths of my memory, I'm going to say a mirror is important. And I'm not taking a mirror to, you know, personally preen myself. I don't need to pluck my eyebrows if I'm on a desert island. But it would be a very good weapon, because I'll just have a little handheld mirror, but with a quick bap, I could smash and stab, you know, if I needed to. If the moment arose and I needed to use it as a weapon, I could. But otherwise, I could use it to set fire to things. You can do that with mirrors, can't you, if you're in the desert? Would I accidentally set fire to my bag or myself or my books? Would all my books burn? Okay, look, in my weird little fantasy, I wouldn't be stranded on an island anyway, but if I was, I would take a mirror and it would be useful. Okay, thank you. The next book I would take is Lapvona by Otesha Moshfegh. And if you're ever feeling bad about the hand you've been dealt, the situation you find yourself in, just read this and it could be worse. This would cheer me up, I think, because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm stranded on a desert. Yeah, I'm likely to die, but could be worse. I could be living in Lapvona. And the item I would take, there's a lot of focus on this book on drought, but it's not a actual drought. It kind of is, but there is a person who has a lot of fortune who is gatekeeping the water. So this is definitely cheating. I'm taking water, okay? I know it seems like an obvious one, but in my little fantasy world, this is a constant flow of water, because that's what there should be. If this guy was not gatekeeping the water, there should be a constant flow of water. So I am basically taking a bottle that constantly refills and also constantly cleans itself, because gross. Cool, thank you. That's how I will survive. I will have my water and my mirror stabby. Next up, I would take The Wall by Marlon Haushofer. And the reason why I would take this is because our main character finds herself in a pretty similar situation where she is stranded, very post-apocalyptic, she's alone sort of thing. But you know, she makes it cozy. It's like, here is an apocalyptic, nightmarish world, but I'm pretty chill about it actually. And I like that energy. I could do with that energy before I have a meltdown. And from The Wall, my luxury item would be an animal to keep me company. However, this would be an animal that did not suffer in the heat, that would flourish in the desert temperatures and does not suffer at all, is not frightened and does not die, okay? It's just happy to be there with me and keep me company. I'm thinking like a lizard or something, because I know she has a dog in this, but I don't think a dog would be very happy in a desert. So I'm going with a lizard, but a really friendly lizard that just wants to hang out with me. Okay, thank you. Next up, I would bring The Witching Tide by Margaret Mayer. Naturally, I had to have something a little witchy in here, and I thought hard in my little brain as to what witchy book I would like. And I think this one has... Oh, I was going to say low stakes. That is such a terrible thing to say. It's a little less intense, perhaps, than other witchy books that I've read. And the luxury item that I would take from this book is, of course, a poppet. Is it called a poppet? As soon as I committed to that word, I then doubted myself. That came out so posh. Sometimes I listen back to these videos and I'm like, who is she? Why am I speaking like this? My accent changes on the regular. But what did I even just say? A poppet? Is that what it's called? Is it called a poppet? Oh, I don't know. Oh, lovely. I make myself sick. Anyway, I would take a poppet. I'd take a poppet with me. And I think that's the little doll that she uses to conjure spells and to make things happen, right? And I would use this poppet a little bit like a voodoo doll. And every now and then I would just poke it and like will my friends and family to remember that I exist. I don't want to be forgotten. You will not move on. You will not get a new best friend. You will not get a new girlfriend. You will not replace me as a niece. I am your one and only. Thank you. Not that I'm selfish or anything, but there will be no moving on whilst I am on a desert island. Okay. The penultimate piece of literature. The Binding by Bridget Collins. I don't know what happened with my tabbing, but I tabbed the first half intensely and then just stopped. I guess that's when the drama happened and I was like, I don't have time. I don't have time to stop and tab. Also must have at some point ditched the dust jacket and binned it. Was I just feeling chaotic in 2023? 2022? When did I read you? Who knows? Anyway, that's so irrelevant to this video. I would take The Binding because first of all, it's queer and it's beautiful. And yeah, I'm recording a video. Don't look at me like that. We all have passions. And if I ever needed some queer beauty, it would be if I'm stranded alone on a desert island. Okay? Okay. And look, this is really impractical, but the luxury item I would take with me is a binding apparatus. Okay, and there's logic behind it. Just bear with me, please. Stay with me here, because I appreciate that this bag is going to have to be like Hermione Granger's bag in Harry Potter, because you will need to have lots of space inside this teeny tiny pouch. However, I will whip out my entire binding apparatus. Apparatus? Whatever, irrelevant. And I would take all of my happy memories and I would bind them into beautiful books, not unlike this one. And that would take these memories away from torturing me, because I imagine when I'm sitting here despairing about the fact that I am stuck on a desert island, I'll be thinking about, oh my god, remember that time, that really beautiful time, and then I'll cry. And I don't want to cry because I've got a gecko to look after and need to conserve my water. There is a lot of words coming at me right now. Just take a deep breath with me right now. Just take a little breath. Take a moment, okay? Okay. I would take my binding apparatus and I would bind my happy memories so I'm no longer tortured by them. But also, okay, let's say I die on this island. I perish because look up my complexion. I don't deal when it's like 17 degrees and sunny outside. I burn. So I would be a crisp. And then somebody gets to read my happy memories, / if we're following the trajectory of the book, burn them and then experience them, or would they come back to me? I don't really know how that works. I realize if you haven't read this is really confusing. But let's just make this up. We're going to make this bit up. Okay, cool. So they would find my memories bound in beautiful books and they would read them and they would absorb all my happy memories and be like, this was just a girl living her best life, okay? Beautiful, thank you. And they would share them with my friends and family. Like in her dying moments, Jess remembered this about you and it was one of her favorite memories about you. You can keep this. Wouldn't that be a nice gift? But let's look at the other side, the more positive side. Let's say I survive. I get to leave my desert island. I'm assuming like a helicopter's going to come and save me. They would land and I'd be like, here, have 70,000 books into your helicopter. Appreciate that. And they'll be like, there's a weight limit. And I'll be like, shut the fuck up. And they would take my memories and I would go home and I'd burn them one by one. That's what happens in the book. You have to burn them to get the memories back. But let's just be more pleasant and say I read them. And I would read them one by one and I would reabsorb all my happiest memories. And I would be so elated by the fact that I no longer am stranded on a desert island. And I'd be remembering all my favorite things that happened in my life. Honestly, that could tear me up. That could tear me up. I'm feeling in my feelings today, and that's enough to tear me up. Perfect choice. Now, the last book I picked is at the bottom of a pile on this shelf, and I don't want to commit to having to get it out. Am I going to commit? Honestly, I'm just not that committed. I'm not going to commit. It's Circe by Madeline Miller. Why would it be anything else? I mean, I realise, and you may be thinking if you've been on this channel for a little while, where the heck is Emily Wilde? Well, I'll tell you the problem with Emily Wilde. Emily Wilde is too nice. It's too happy, it's too cozy, it's too wholesome, it's too whimsical. I would read it and I would be miserable. I'd be like, where is my Wendell? Why am I alone? Where is my dog? It would make me miss my partner and my cats, and I just couldn't deal with that drama. I'm trying to survive on an island with my gecko, okay? So as I said earlier, I need that empowerment of women whilst I'm on this island, and I feel like Circe embodies that entirely. It's very empowering, but also you're doing some questionable things, but we're okay with it. We're supporting it. And let me tell you this, if I came across a strange man on my desert island and I turned him into a pig, I would like to be supported. So I will be channeling my inner Circe on this island, and just mind your business, okay? Mind your business. The luxury item I would bring from Circe, I pondered over this a lot, and I came to the conclusion that I would bring a lion. Is it a lion or a tiger? I don't know where my Circe photo is. Okay, I'm bringing a lion, and I appreciate that it's a little bit similar to taking my lizard gecko, but look, every animal needs a companion too, and maybe I'm just not enough for my gecko lizard. I can appreciate that I may not be enough for just one thing, and he may also need another friend. So I am bringing my lion in, because also, if there is a dangerous stranger, Russ, could you not beep your horn while I'm talking? I am talking about my lion saving my life, okay? This is emotional enough. Oh, we're making eye contact. We're making eye contact. I'm just going to stay back here while they park their car. Anyway, okay, they've parked. What was I saying? My lion, yes. My gecko lizard may want some company in the form that is not me, and I'm happy to give them that in the form of a lion. Because also, stranger is dangerous, that's what I was saying. If there's a dangerous stranger, Russ, then I will not want my gecko lizard on my side. I'll be protecting him, and I will need someone to come swooping in and babap. If my little stabby mirror is not going to save me, my lion will. Because I'll be befriending this lion in the same way that Circe befriends hers. And if I ask it to please take away this stranger is dangerous, then it will do that for me. Okay? That's what it will do. And also, think about the lonely cold nights. Are they cold? Does the desert get cold at night? I don't know. Think about the lonely nights, and you just want someone to cuddle. A lion? A lion. I can just nuzzle in that mane and curl up in a little ball, and it will be protecting of me. Because I am nothing if not an anxious girly pop. And if I am on a desert island, I will be frightened. And I can't be a powerful Circe-like goddess if I am frightened. Or maybe I can, maybe it'll fuel my power. Irrelevant, I don't wish to be frightened, and a lion will make me feel not at all frightened. It's like if you're going for a walk at 3 a.m, I'm a woman, I wouldn't do that, that's dangerous. But if I had like a Rottweiler with me, a boxer, a lion, well, I'm not frightened because I'm like, try me, sir. Try me. My dog/lion/gecko lizard is coming for you. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this chaotic journey. I hope that this gave you a little insight into the way my brain works. Not well. Not well is the answer. Yeah. I'm happy with my choices. Not quite so happy that most of them are hardbacks. I'm assuming that my lion will help me carry those. Maybe I don't have to move very far, because by the time I've started binding those memories, we're going to have a lot of luggage. Do I have a suitcase? Maybe I have like a magic cart with me that doesn't need a horse to pull it. It just naturally pulls, like me. So bad. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please tell me your island books. You don't have to give me 6. Give me 3. Give me your top 1. What 1 book would you take? Or if that's a big commitment, give me 70. I'll take 70. Give me hundreds. Give me a long old list. Send me a PDF document. Send me a spreadsheet. Okay, I think I need a timeout. I'm going to go stand outside and yell at the sky. I'm going to go yell at the moon, but the moon's not out right now because it's daytime here. But for you, it's probably evening because I'm posting this at evening. Unless you're not in England, in which case I don't know what time it is. But whatever time of day it is, I hope it's a good one. Love you so much. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in a video very, very soon. Bye-bye.